The Federal Reserve reported that the average net worth of Americans under the age of 35 was just $13,900. And since that accounts for most of my viewers, I want to make a video about how you could double your savings in a single year. $13,900 might sound like a lot, but let's break it down. Over the course of a year, that's just $38.08 every day. And look, I'm going to have to make a lot of assumptions about your personal spending habits, so make sure to adapt this video to your own situation. But let's make a deal. If any of the savings tactics I talk about help you save money, then you smash the like button so that more people see this video. Deal? Okay, let's go. Part 1. The easy wins. Before I get started on the first ways that you can save money, I want to warn you about the biggest mistake that you can possibly make. You know how everyone runs to get a gym membership in January but isn't using it by April? That's because they tried to reinvent their life and got burned out instead. And this is exactly the same problem that people run into when it comes to saving money. So do not try to change your life overnight and start living like a monk all of a sudden. Whenever it comes to savings challenges, I highly recommend that you find a few quick, easy wins. So to get started, I want to talk about 2 easy ways that you could save thousands of dollars every year. They might not be the biggest expenses in your budget, but they're a great place to start. First up is food. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average American family spends $9,343 per year on food. $5,703 of that is spent on groceries, while the other $3,639 is spent eating out. Even the average single adult is spending $6,439.26 on food. This is absolutely crazy to me because this year I'm on track to only spend $1,800 on food. And this is why food is such a great place to start with saving money. There's so much variation in what food costs, so it's easy to spend a lot less. So I truly believe that by buying cheaper groceries and eating out less often, the average American could cut their food budget in half. For the average single adult, that's already a savings of $3,219.50. And if we want to save even more money, then tack on the average American spending on alcohol and tobacco products, and you'd be saving an extra $954 per year and be healthier for it. And moving on, what if I told you that the average American was spending $3,500 on something that they could get for free? That sounds ridiculous to me, but the average American is spending $3,458 on entertainment. It absolutely boggles my mind how much people pay for cable TV and their streaming services. These are easy savings. I literally don't budget anything for entertainment because YouTube is free and has unlimited content. Why pay when you can watch all of my videos for the cost of the like button? But if you absolutely have to have TV and entertainment, then what I would recommend is only subscribe to one streaming service at a time and pay for a super low-cost TV provider like Sling TV. And no, they aren't paying me, although they really should. And another great way to save money is by having a cheaper phone plan. And that's why Mint Mobile was the very first company that I ever partnered with on this channel. Chances are you're paying more than $15 a month for your phone plan, which is an absolute tragedy because that means you could be spending less money. If you took just the 15 minutes it takes to switch to Mint Mobile, you could be saving more money without sacrificing coverage, speed, or data. You already know there's a link in the description to help you save your hard-earned money. So between one streaming service, a low-cost TV provider, and a phone plan from Mint Mobile, we're talking about an entertainment budget of only around $65 per month. That's $2,678 in savings compared to the average American. There's just a few more quick, easy wins here. You don't need to spend $117 per year on books. Just get a free library card. And you definitely don't need to spend $1,945 on apparel. I bet you could save another $1,000 per year here. So if you took advantage of all of these easy wins, you would increase your savings by $7,968 in a single year. That's pretty awesome, but if we really want to double your savings in a single year, then we're going to have to make even bigger adjustments. Part 2. The serious savings. Easy wins are awesome, but if you really want to transform your wealth, you might have to make more serious lifestyle changes. Let's talk about transportation first, where the average single adult is spending $7,967.22 every single year. Even without huge lifestyle changes, there are two ways to save a ton of money here. First, about 25% of transportation costs are from fuel alone, and then there's the maintenance costs that come with driving more. All totaled, the Department of Energy estimates that the average cost of driving is 58 cents per mile, and that the average American drives about 13,500 miles per year. So if you could reduce your driving by just 25%, you could be saving an extra $1,957.50 per year. But the other huge expense related to transportation is the cost of the vehicle you own. The average new car costs around $50,000, but you could pay way less than that if you shopped more wisely. So if you bought a car that cost $16,000 less and kept it for 8 years, that would be a savings of $2,000 per year. And for the average American, that's absolutely doable. And I save even more money here because I commute everywhere by bicycle, or in the rare occasion I have to go further, by public transportation. So if you're willing to make more drastic lifestyle changes here, you could save a boatload of money. But the most powerful way to save money is by reducing your living costs. The average single American is spending $21,500 per year on housing, almost 40% of their income. And this number will vary a lot depending on where you live. Where I live, it would be very easy to spend way more money than that. But this is also where you can find massive savings. For me, I decided to live with roommates, which effectively cut my rent in half. That's saving me about $1,000 a month. But you don't have to be that drastic. If you move to a cheaper house or apartment, I'm extremely confident that a lot of people could spend $175 less on their mortgage or rent payments. Part 3. Putting it all together. So if you cut your food budget in half, didn't buy alcohol or tobacco products, cut your entertainment budget, got a library membership, spent about half as much money on clothes, drove 25% less, bought a cheaper car, and saved $175 a month on rent or your mortgage, you'd have saved an extra $14,016. Remember, the average American under the age of 35 only has $13,900 in savings. You could literally double your net worth in a single year. And yes, of course, this does depend on your own personal spending. But the point of this video is that there are a ton of ways to save a lot more money. So if anything I said was helpful, don't forget to pay the like tax. And not only could these steps double your savings in a single year, they could also make you $347,000 closer to financial freedom. To see why, you need to check out this video where I explain the 4% rule. The 4% rule is one of the most important lessons that I ever learned about money. So make sure to check out that video next, and I'll see you next time.